last time I spoke with you, you were playing a spoiled kid who didn't want to grow up. Kind of playing the same part here. Why do they think of you when they have these kind of parts?
I don't know what makes people think anything, to be honest, but I'm very happy to play the part of Arthur because I love his childlike nature, I love his sense of wonder, and who truly would want to grow up when the magic of childhood is properly lived? This is no longer Victorian England, where children have to clean chimneys or search for jewels.
Is it not?
I don't think so, unless...
Really?
Didier, do you have a time machine? Your name is almost the past tense of the verb to do. Perhaps you live in the past, Didier.
No, but I thought it was in England, it was what they do with kids.
No, children are now like little angels in my country. They're except for some of them that wear hoods and it will stab you. The rest of them are regarded as little sort of treasures to be adored, admired and cherished.
I know why they're not doing that anymore. Chimneys, it's off.
Yeah. There's better ways of keeping chimneys clean.
Okay. I want to ask you which ways.
Oh, Didier, you filthy sod. You'll be thrown out of Asia. This is not the kind of reporting they
we
require.
don't do that in Asia. I'm sorry, I apologize.
This is too French, your angle. Your perspective is very French.
What should I do?
I think regard things from an Asian perspective.
Oh, what does that mean?
I don't know.
So you're the new Dudley Moore?
I would love that title. I adore Dudley Moore. He's someone I admire very much. And I'm the new Arthur, and Arthur was played by Dudley Moore, so perhaps I am.
You know what Billy Wilder said when they told him that they were going to be a remake of Sabrina? He said, I didn't know there was something wrong with the original.
Well, Billy Wilder's entitled to say that. He's a very brilliant man. But I think that the original Arthur, it still exists and can still be enjoyed. I watched it myself quite recently. I really, really love that film. And this is just for a different film, for a different audience. And it's such a universal story about love and mischief and fun and adventure and money that it's a film that will be applicable in every age. In fact, perhaps next year we'll make it again. I wish I could make it every year. It was such fun.
Oh, there can be a sequel.
Perhaps. I don't know how you'd do it without Helen Mirren.
Ah, yeah. A prequel.
Prequel.
Yeah.
Hello, now we're talking.
Well, she said some very nice things about
Maybe
you.
an equal, like a parallel story happening at the same time.
In another world.
Another universe.
Another universe.
I think so. And due to the nature of infinity, this is not a problem, right? We live in an infinite universe. Somewhere there is another Arthur being made now.
What will happen to him? What will happen?
Is
he very poor in this universe?
I think he tripped over on some space gas, because in that universe gas is solid, which is confusing and difficult to breathe.
You should write it.
I've already got the basic storyline.
Okay, I spoke with Madame Mirren and she said some very nice things about you.
Did she?
And I'm like, are you sure?
Well, Helen Mirren is a person that knows me and has spent time with me, and also has the intelligence not to judge me from a tabloid perspective, but to make up her own mind, which I think is an admirable quality in any human being.
Excuse me, is there any other perspectives?
Not if you choose not to have one, but I would pity the person who chose to see the world only from those eyes, because it is a place of ignorance and foolishness.
And on the more serious side, you kind of seems to have changed in your way of acting, in your way of approaching part and stuff like that. I did notice that yesterday. Of course, it's Arthur, so of course it's a bit crazy, a bit over the place. But then again, you have some restraint in the way of acting. Would you agree on that?
I think I'm getting different opportunities now, more complex characters to play. And this story, Arthur, is a beautiful fairy tale. Yes, it's very funny, but also a film with a lot of heart. So it requires different aspects of my personality. But of course, like all people, yeah, I've changed.
Do you feel that you grew up?
I probably have, yeah, I think so. I think I've changed a lot. Got married, and simply the passage of time, is going to have an impact on anybody.
It kind of do.
That is the great mystery of being a human being, is that this is not forever for us.
So Arthur 2, 3, Arthur Beast or something
like
that,
yeah,
it's going to be you?
I don't know. I mean, possibly in the future there may be a little boy growing up somewhere near Dagenham who, like me, grows up to play this part. Who knows? Or perhaps in the future it could be a little girl. Who's to say? Or a hermaphrodite. I would not exclude anybody from playing this wonderful part.
How would that be called?
That would be Arthur 2 on the rocks, and I think we'd know what those rocks were.